Hi fam, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. It's Intentional Favor here with another video. If you are new here, thank you so much for clicking to watch this video. Please subscribe, like this video and share it with as many people that you think might need it. To my amazing returning subscribers, I love you guys so much. Thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. This is one of the videos I've always wanted to film and I'm glad I'm doing it right now, okay? And I think I'm going to title this video, The Right Attitude Towards People's Opinion About You. Yeah, that's what we'll be discussing in this particular video. So if you want to know, especially as the year kickstarts, as you keep moving on in your life journey, you want to know the best attitude or the right attitude you should give towards what people think about you, then keep watching. So personally, one of the things that actually inspired me to share this video is something that happened in my life, I think last year. I'm a YouTuber, I'm a content creator, and one of the things I do on this channel is to share my life experiences so as to inspire people, encourage them. So basically on this channel, I try as much as possible to bring lived experiences. So sometime last year along my journey while I was transiting from being a student to being a worker, a skilled worker in the United Kingdom, I remember I shared the whole process of that journey with you guys. And at some point I kind of became vulnerable because I just wanted you guys to know the entire story, the whole process. I didn't just want to show you guys the glory. I also want you guys to know the story because there is always process to everything. I didn't want to just show you guys the glamorous part, how it's just easy, I switched. I also wanted to tell you guys some challenges you might expect, and in case you experience any, don't give up. That doesn't mean that you won't get to your dream, okay? So I was sharing all of that. And I think some people, some close family, friends became kind of concerned, which I wouldn't blame them for. And one of them called me and was telling me how I'm sharing too much information on my YouTube channel. And, I think that's the summary of the concern. I tried explaining what I'm doing on my channel. I tried to explain the purpose of my YouTube channel, even when I started my channel. But it seems like that's not what the person wanted to hear. The person already has this strong opinion about me that I'm sharing so much information and that I wouldn't even listen to advice or anything. And that was it. So after that conversation, this particular conversation, it kind of got me thinking. And in the process, some statements were made about me in the bid to advise me not to be sharing so much information, which I wouldn't go into details. But then those statements and everything kind of got me. That opinion about me and the fact that this is what I'm doing, no, it's not the right thing, this and that, kind of became a concern to me. I remember at some point I even cried because I'm like, oh my gosh, I have good intentions here. I tried to explain these intentions to this person, but the person wouldn't take it on board. But that's fine. Like I said, after that conversation, it really got me thinking and I was crying, and in the process, I started reflecting, general reflection. Let me even know what happened, okay? What is wrong? What is it I'm doing that is wrong? Or, okay, maybe these people are right. Am I sharing too much? Okay, but I know myself. I know what I stand for. I know what I represent. A lot was going on in my mind. So whilst I was reflecting, okay, I learned some things that has helped me to deal with people's opinions, people's ideas and suggestions about me, which are the things I want to share with you guys in this video, and I want to believe it will help someone. So talking about people's opinion about you, the fact is this: people will always have opinions about you. We live in a world that people have opinions, okay? It's a free world. People have rights to speech, freedom of speech, right? So people have the freedom of speech. People can talk, people can say whatever they like. Even on social media, on the internet, that one is actually sometimes some people find it more toxic because people come on board and they can say anything about you. They can not necessarily something bad or maybe a hate speech or a hate comment. Sometimes it's just their own opinion about you. This is what they think, and they will boldly come out and say it to you, okay? Look at this. They have several opinions about you. So I think that's generally how life is. And it didn't start in this 21st century. I think it has always been being in existence. People will always have what to say about you. We have what we call first impression. Whenever you meet someone for the first time, you always have an impression of them. I think it's default, okay, based on what that person do, how that person presented himself or herself when you met the person. And of course, we've all learned that sometimes first impressions aren't always right, okay? So with time, you might get to know that, okay, this impression I have about this person is actually not true, because you have come to know that person well. So what that means is that your friends, your family, your close friends, acquaintance, even strangers, people that don't know anything about you, they will always have opinions about you. They will always have their impressions about you, and there is nothing you can do to change that. So since this is the reality, how then should you behave, or what should be your attitude towards people's opinions, suggestions, and impressions about you? So during my reflection, after having that conversation about me sharing so much information on YouTube, as I was just thinking, because I began to say, maybe this person is right too, that kind of thing. But then I went back to God. I know that when I started my YouTube channel, I didn't just start it. I prayed about it, got a conviction, and then I started it. So I was like, God, so what are they saying? Am I not doing the right thing? Stuff like that. And God in his mercy actually answered me, okay? And he came with a scripture, which I'm going to share some things. I'm not going to go into depth into the Bible, but I'm just going to take few verses. I'm not even going to read them. I'm just going to share the story in the Bible with you guys. So we know that Jesus, if you are a Christian, I want to believe that Jesus is our role model. You believe in Jesus, you love him, you know that he is perfect. He's the Son of God, So he's someone we look up to. So using Jesus as a case study in this video, or as God taught me, there was a point in time that Jesus had to ask his disciple a question. What did he ask them? He said, who do men say I am? Or who do men think I am? That was the question that Jesus asked his disciples. And then they started answering them. Some say you are John the Baptist. Others say you are Elijah. They say you are this. They say you are that. So first of all, the first point I want to bring out is that people's opinion about you, okay, is not something to frown at, okay? And as a matter of fact, it's even good sometimes to know people's opinions about you. Yeah, we can see Jesus himself. He was asking, who do men say I am? He wanted to know. So even Jesus was curious and interested in knowing what other people think about him. Okay? And of course, he heard it. Now, you know very well that those opinions that people have about him, that's not true. That's not who Jesus is. Jesus wasn't John the Baptist. He wasn't Elijah. He was Jesus, the Son of God. But he still wanted to know. The point I want to bring out here is that one attitude that you should have towards people's opinion about you is not to go about hating people, making enemies simply because people gave you their opinion about them. When Jesus heard that people are calling him John the Baptist, others are calling him Elijah, he didn't go about making enemies. He didn't even despise them. No, he just took it on board. There are some things I want to say about people giving opinion about you, okay? Telling you their opinions about you. First of all, like I said, don't go about hating them. Don't hate them for giving their opinion about you. Don't start making enemies just because of that, okay? As a matter of fact, I think you should appreciate people who actually give you their opinion about you. Yes, you heard me right. One attitude you should also have towards people's opinion about you is to appreciate people that give you or that tell you their opinion about you. Because for me personally, I believe that one of the dangerous set of people to avoid are people that will have an opinion, they will have an impression about you. Instead of them coming out to tell you, they will rather keep it in mind and they will be using it against you because it will definitely portray in their attitude towards you, okay? But then people that actually have the kind of boldness or the audacity, sometimes though, if you're the kind of person about giving people opinion, you should be mindful of your choice of words and how you tell people your opinion. Because sometimes the way we present our opinions can make them, like, even though the opinions are wrong, it makes them bad already in itself, the way you present it. So sometimes we should try and mind our speech when giving opinion about people. That's usually what makes it wrong. So giving opinion is not bad in itself, but how you do it is what makes it bad, okay? So people that actually come out to tell you sincerely and in a nice way, if I should put that, about what they think about you, I think you should appreciate them, because It takes a lot of courage, and those are the people that will help you. Why? Because when you know what people think about you, when you know people's opinion about you, it will actually direct your attitude towards them. Okay, for instance, this person that came to me and was actually telling me, I don't hate the person. No, never. Okay, as a matter of fact, I love the fact that the person walked up to me and told me, look, see, I appreciate it. Okay, but then all that means is that because I try to explain, okay, this is what you think. Okay, now see the angle I'm coming from, but this person wouldn't even take on board what I was saying. So what that means is that, okay, you have your opinion, good and fine. I will know how I relate with you. Okay, so when people tell you their opinion about you, it will even direct your relationship or the way you relate with them. It will help your attitude towards them. You already know that this is what this person says, so don't even try starting an argument. Don't even try to impress this person. Don't even try to convince this person, because you will head nowhere. It will go nowhere trying to do that. So I believe that's why we should appreciate people's opinion about us, which is a right attitude towards their opinion about you. Appreciate those that tell you their opinion in a right way, in a right way, and also don't go about making enemies or hating people for giving you their opinion about you. You yourself, if you tell yourself the truth, you also have some impressions and opinion about other people which might not actually be true. Then secondly, Jesus did not stop at asking about what the world, what strangers think about him, which is the one major thing that you should also take out from this video when it comes to the right attitude towards people's opinion about you. He then asked them, you, who do you think I am? Who do you say I am? You are my disciples. You are close to me than they are. Who do you think I am? And of course, that is very, very important. So strangers, acquaintances, some people around, we have their opinions about you. But the main thing that you should focus more on, one attitude you should give to that which they say, is to do what? Who is closer to you? Who is closest to you that can give you that knows you, that can actually tell you the right thing about you, okay? For instance, in my own case, while I was reflecting on that, and when I got to this point of the lesson from Jesus, that he actually asked them, so who do you think I am? At that point, so the person that came to my mind was my husband, okay? So I quickly picked up my phone. I called my husband. I told him, look at the conversation I just had with someone. Look what happened. Look at what this person said. Please, what do you think? Do I share too much information? Because of course, he's my husband, okay, and his opinion matters to me, and I know that he's someone that can give me an honest opinion. I know he's someone that knows me, that understands my vision. This other person and other people saying that I share too much, they don't understand the vision behind my YouTube channel, so I don't expect them to really understand what I'm doing. But this is someone I have shared my life goals with. This is someone I have shared my vision with. I believe that you should actually know, and your opinion matters. So I asked him. He said, no, I don't think you share too much. Not at all. See, don't even let that bother you. You are doing a great job. Now, for me, for that coming from my husband, I was like, we've not even been married for how long when this happened? This happened at the early stage of our marriage, but during courtship, I know I shared my life vision. We shared our life vision and everything with each other, okay? So, if you know my husband very well, one of the least things I expected from him during courtship and during marriage is for him to support my YouTube journey. My husband is a very conservative person. If you know him very well, you can testify to this. Before now, if you go to his Facebook page, for instance, it's so dry. And my husband is very active on Facebook. I don't think there's a day that he doesn't log on to Facebook just to read people, like and comment, to react to people's posts. But you will never see a post from him. We had this conversation because he had this reservation about maybe living life on social media. But when I explained my vision and everything about my YouTube channel, his mindset kind of changed and he understood the point I was coming from. So we had that agreement. So if you know my husband and even seeing him on my channel support me and everything, some people will be surprised. Even some people were telling him, wow, your wife has really changed you. Are you the one coming on YouTube and doing all of these things? Because that's not who he is. But why is he doing it? Because he understands my vision. He understands where I'm coming from. He understands why I'm doing what I'm doing. And he gave me his full support. So this is the person to ask the opinion about me in this subject and not what others think. Okay, that's why no matter who or what anyone tells me about my YouTube channel, what I'm doing, as far as my husband is happy with what I'm doing, because he's somebody that understands this vision, we have sat down, we've had a proper conversation about this, he understands, okay, and he gave me his support. Therefore, that is why I no longer care. It has helped me in this YouTube journey. I no longer care what any other person says, because the closest person to me has validated what I'm doing. Just like Jesus asked, you, who do you think I am? And they gave the right answer. You are Jesus, the Son of God. That was what Peter said. Now, I still want to make some points about who to ask about your opinion, or who to take on board, fully on board. You should take on board people's opinion, okay? Because you might think about it, if you reflect, you might see that they are actually telling you the truth. Sometimes when you listen to people, their opinion, sometimes you might know, sometimes we don't know ourselves. We don't see what we do. The people watching us, they are the people that can tell us how what we do affects others, okay? So sometimes what you actually do, you think you are well-meaning, you are innocent, but other people see it in a different way. And sometimes when you take on board people's opinions about you, it will kind of help you to know where they are coming from, okay? That's why you should not disregard people's opinion, but you should reflect on it and know who will actually tell you, yes, that is actually true, especially when you are having some doubts about it. If my husband has said to me, after sharing every vision, or maybe think that actually you see this part, because this person was making reference to a particular 1 or 2 videos. So if he has said, yeah, that video, I actually think you overdid it. If it came from my husband, I was saying, okay, that's true, something like that. But of course, it's not everything about my life I share on social media, okay? Now, the point I want to make now is about the so-called close people, the so-called people close to you about asking opinion. For instance, as far as this YouTube journey is concerned, okay, like I gave an example, my husband is the person to ask opinion. There are other things about my life. There are people that actually knows me longer than my husband, okay? And there are some aspects of life that you can also get opinion from other people. I have a best friend, I have a covenant sister, I have people that I relate very well with. In your own life, you also have a best friend. Now, because, if you talk about closeness, for instance, for someone who is married, you might say that the closest person to you should be your spouse, but we know that is not always the case. There are some spouses that, depending on who you marry, they are not the best people to ask your opinion about something, especially when you know that they too, they are maybe on the side of others about something, or they don't like you for this, they don't like this about you, or both of you are not even in good talking condition. All right. So because someone is your best friend, because someone is your parent, your brother, your sister, your whoever, your husband, your wife, your partner, that doesn't mean that this person might be the best person that can give you an opinion. I tell you why I say this. Now, the same Jesus that we are talking about, remember he asked this question to his disciples. It was only Peter who gave that answer. I won't be surprised if others don't even know who Jesus was. They were just mere followers. When it comes to who is this man, they have seen the miracles, they have seen the works that he does, but they don't actually know this man, who he is, that he is the Son of God, that he is Jesus, the Savior. They don't know. Now, if you go to another part of the scripture, there was a time then Jesus was talking about his departure. He was telling them that I'm going to a place to go and prepare a place for you. And where I'm going, you know where I'm going. I will come back. Jesus was just telling them about his departure. Then, was it not Thomas? I think it was Thomas that asked him first. And I say, Lord, Master, we don't know where you are going, and how do we know the way? Because you just told them that you know where I'm going and you know the way. He was so confident that these people have been with him for the longest time. But what happened? They said, Master, we don't know where you are going, How will we know the way? We don't even know the way. And then Jesus now answered, of course, I am the way, the truth, and the life, and all of that went on. He continued and he now told them that he's going to the Father. You know the Father, this and that. Then Philip came up again and said, Master, show us the Father. Now Jesus made a statement. Jesus became amazed. He was like, have I been this long? Have I stayed this long with you? And you still don't know me, Philip? That was the question he asked him. Have I stayed this long with you and you still don't? He didn't even say you don't know the Father. He said, and you don't know who I am, you don't know me. This tells me that even then, maybe it was Peter, maybe James and John might also know him because they are the people closest that he always takes wherever he's going. For instance, during the transfiguration and everything. But then, this tells me that other disciples, they don't actually know so much about Jesus. So when we are talking about the right attitude towards people's opinion about you, please mind who you ask about their opinions and those that you fully, emphasis on fully, take on board their opinions. Because like I said earlier, you should actually take on board people's opinion just for the purpose of reflection. Think about it, and then when you think about it, and then furthermore, you can now go and ask people, okay? For instance, if somebody is saying that you are a bad parent, you are a bad mom, you are a bad dad, you are a bad this, you are a bad that, I think you should have people that you should ask. For instance, you might have, depending, like I said, depends on who you are asking. You might ask your husband, you might ask your wife, am I a bad father? Am I a bad mom? It might even be your mom or your dad, your parent or your sister who is very close to you. You can just ask that person, what do you think? Am I a bad this? Am I this? And these are the people that will give you the right opinions. So when dealing with people's opinion, please mind the people that you ask. Mind the people you double check with. Jesus double checked. Okay, people are saying this. You, who do you think I am? And Peter gave the right answer. There is always that Peter in your life who will give the right answer. There will be other people who are very close to you, like Philip and Thomas. They know some things about you, but not everything about you, and not that particular aspect of your life. So you should know who you should actually take fully on board their opinions about you. So in summary, guys, appreciate people that actually tell you their opinions about you sincerely and in a good manner. Appreciate them. Don't go about making enemies with people simply because they told you their opinions about you. Take the opinions on board, reflect on it, and don't just stop there. Go ahead and identify a Peter in your life who you will actually ask their own opinion about you and take it on board. And I want to believe that this video has been helpful to you in one way or the other. I really love to read your comments in the comment sections. What are your thoughts about everything I have shared in this video? Or what do you think is or are the right attitude towards people's opinion about you? I would love to read your comments in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Please like this video, share this video with as many people that you think might need it. Subscribe to the channel if you have not, and I'll be seeing you in my next one. Till then, stay blessed, remain intentional, and take good care of yourselves. Bye.